the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
I'm an opportunist. I have a talent. God gave me a talent. I'm gonna use it. Not necessarily because I want to, because I'm ordained to do it. I have that ability, so I gotta use it. I have no choice but to do it. So do I love it? Yeah, because I love God. And God ordained me to do it. It's something that is in my blood. It's something that I love to do, because I love doing what God gave me the ability to do. You know.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't like when people try to say like, why you boxing so dangerous? I mean, walking out the house is dangerous. You know. I'm just one of those type of people that if I see an opening, I'm gonna go for it, and I've been going for it.
Okay. Now, you know, I spoke to Stephen Breadman Edwards, your coach and trainer, right? And he mentioned that you moved down from 160 to 154. How are you feeling at this weight?
I'm feeling great at this weight. It's the discipline thing. It's even more discipline than I had to do to get down to 60. It's a weight that I should have been at my whole career. I'm a bigger guy than I was when I first started, but I'm making a smaller weight. It's discipline. It's more knowledge. It's knowing what your body is able to do. I was questioning myself, like, can I not make 154? So I never tried. And I tried, and I felt great. So I was thinking something I should have did early in my career, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm 14-0.
14-0. Okay.
I'm not 13-1. Forget that.
Okay.
Whatever that is, a record is a record. You know what I mean? People get ones they ain't supposed to win and losses. I didn't lose that fight.
Okay.
But like I said, we seen things that from that fight we made improvements on it. Things we could have did maybe a little better, and we decided to move down in weight. We decided to be more on the nutritional side and start training smarter, not always harder. I mean, we're gonna continue to keep winning. You know what I mean? That's the idea, keep winning.
Okay. Now you have you're with Al Heyman, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now you have Al Heyman and you have Stephen Breadman Edwards. I mean, those are some very big people you have behind you. You know.
Yeah.
How do you stay hungry knowing that, hey, I got Al Heyman behind me and I got Stephen Breadman Edwards behind me? How do you stay hungry as opposed to, you know, somebody
Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. I got a lot of fighters now. Everybody wants it. I ain't rich yet. I don't got $1 million yet.
Okay.
We getting there, but I ain't a millionaire yet. We ain't make that money yet.
Okay.
There's no time to slow down. I have to be impactful, like I said earlier, and the only way to do that is to keep winning and just doing my very best. You know what I mean? You got guys. I'm gonna say this. My career, everybody's career is different. Everybody's path is different. Some people get cupcake fights all the way up to 20 and 30 and out. Some guys don't. You know, it depends on, you know, you management, maybe how they move you. But listen, all this undefeated stuff and he's undefeated, that's BS. I'm tired of hearing undefeated. I'm gonna start saying untested. You are 20 and untested because you fought nobody. You ain't fight nobody that can test you. Haven't fought anybody with even a winning record. People got guys that fighting guys. You 15-0 and you fighting somebody that's what 34 and 34 with a 50-50 record. That ain't no winning fight. You know what I mean? That's not even barely a tune-up fight. You know.
Okay.
You got guys that do that, and I mean, it puts a chip on my shoulder. You know what I mean? I feel like these guys walking around here and they get their egos all built up. They're like, yeah, you know what I mean? We winning and we doing. You all right? You feel me? We'll see what happens when we really start fighting. You know, I've been fighting. I've been fighting. If you look, I've been fighting, and I'm gonna continue to be fighting. We ain't backing down from nobody. This is the year from prospect to contender. I'm going from prospect to contender. I want about 3 or 4 fights this year, and for next year, I want to start looking for titles, world titles. I think my next fight is for a regional title, but for world titles next year. So that's definitely the goal.
Okay. Now you speak of having a chip on your shoulder. you know, coming from where you come from, I would imagine that, you know, that played a part in your chip. And but you also seem to have a chip as far as, you know, watching some other guys have it easy.
I haven't have it easy. It's just some people. I don't like the way certain people act.
Okay.
You know, like you getting cupcake fights. Let's not pretend that you're not getting them type of fights. You ain't fighting nobody. You know you ain't fighting nobody. You knock somebody out that's 2-30. They've been knocked out 29 times and you jumping on the top turnbuckle. I mean, that's what aggravates me. Like, let's be real. Let's start really fighting. Let's just really put the gloves on. Let's see who's really bad. Let's do that. Like, let's stop pretending that we somebody that we not. Let's stop being, you know what I mean, getting into fights and acting like we really want to fight when y'all really don't want to fight. I don't turn fights down. When Steve told me, hey, we got to fight, I said, let's go and let's work what we got to do. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy I am. Let's get this money. And it just makes me a little angry because you see guys in the media always talking about it, never put on a boxing glove. Oh, he's undefeated, or oh, so he did, his record is 50-0. He never fought nobody. It's aggravating because how much work we put in and how much guys is really fighting that's really talented. There's guys out there with 3 losses that are really, really good. You know what I mean? That had to come up the hard way. Like, you have to recognize the talent when you see it, and it's just a little aggravating. Like I tell you, I go back to even to my loss. I feel like I won that fight. I feel like there was a lot of politics in that fight, and I feel like I won. But even after the fight, things weren't the same. People ain't come up to me the same way. People ain't acknowledge me the same way. After the fight, people kind of act like I wasn't who I was. Like I ain't do what I've been doing. Like, oh, because on my record sheet it said I got a loss. Now you want to act like I ain't gonna be world champion. No, you're wrong. I'm gonna be world champion, and I'm gonna do it in a spectacular fashion, and that's a promise.
Okay. Not too many greats left the sport with that O.
It's a social media thing. Like, people say it's a Floyd Mayweather thing. I think it's a social media thing. Everything is all headlines. So-and-so never been beaten before. So-and-so 33 knockouts. 30. You know what I mean? That's kind of the headlines. I mean, it tells the story. It's kind of easy to sell. Put it on a book, but you got guys that can really fight and show, and that can really put their hands on you. But you could duck those fighters because you kind of going for fighters that kind of got, you know, cupcake records with that boosted up records. So I mean, I can talk about that all day, but I'm not. I'm going to talk about me, talking about where I'm at. I'm in a point in my career where I'm about to make big things happen, and my next fight is going to be my best performance.
Okay. Let's talk about this next fight. What card and how much do you know about your opponent?
So apparently it's gonna be a guy named Patrick Day. I don't really know much about him. I think I've seen a little bit of him. I mean, he's gonna come to fight. I mean,
does anything stand out about him?
No.
Okay.
To be honest, nothing for me stands out. I doesn't mean that he can't fight. There's a lot of guys that can fight that nothing really stands out, but they kind of got all the basics down. They think they could work. I'm not underestimating this guy. This guy is here for a reason. This is a big fight for me. This is the biggest fight in my career, because every fight is the biggest fight of my career.
Okay.
I'm taking this fight very seriously. I'm gonna be in tip-top shape for this fight, and I do not plan to disappoint.
Okay. Is this the fight where you prove a lot of people wrong? Because it seemed, you know, you mentioned having a chip, and you mentioned how people treated you after the loss. Is this the fight where you say, you know something, let me remind y'all who I am?
I think maybe I did a little of that in the Hernandez fight.
Okay.
Or the fight before that, my 3rd round knockout was very dramatic.
Okay.
Maybe. Who knows? I ain't getting into that.
Okay.
But
what card is this
people
on?
Gonna think what they think. It's on a Deontay Wilder card in Brooklyn. So.
What does that mean to you to be on, a card with, Deontay Wilder? I mean, heavyweight champion of the world. This is big.
That's his fight.
Okay.
I'm on an undercard. It's pretty cool to be on a card where, it's gonna be so star-studded. But this is my fight. I can't get into for sure I'm on up with ain't like
Okay.
that. I gotta win my fight. He ain't gonna be in the ring when I'm getting in the ring.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love watching Deontay Wilder fight, but I ain't gonna be watching him fight that night. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be spectacular because we got Deontay Wilder always put on spectacular performances. But he ain't gonna be in the ring when I fight, so I gotta get ready for my fight. I ain't worrying about who else on the card, who else weighing in. Else,
Okay.
I'm worrying about me, and I'm worrying about my opponent.
Does your fight go the distance?
We'll see.
No predictions?
For what? What's
Okay.
that gonna do? I mean, I can try to predict and try to be like Muhammad Ali. Are you going down in 2? You know, who knows? Maybe he go. Maybe he don't. Maybe his chin hold up that day. Maybe it don't. You know,
Okay.
who knows? Maybe he get in there and he got catch him slipping. And maybe he's on his A game and he gives his best performance. But his best performance still not gonna beat me. I'm gonna be on my A game.
Okay. Now, you know, I spoke to Stephen Breadman Edwards, man, about just the wave in boxing where, you know, a lot of fighters now are just kind of just jumping up to the big stage. You know, we've seen it in the last, you know, few fights where a lot of guys where we wouldn't typically see them step up. Is
Give
like
me
now,
an example.
Erickson Lubin,
Okay.
Charlo, you know, well, Lomachenko. I mean, you know, this guy fought for, you know, a championship fight. You know,
Yeah,
fought
but
a
he had
championship fight,
400,
400 amateur fights, but still, you know, to the pros. You know, that was, people would say that that's a considerable jump to have somebody fight and maybe
Erickson
their second
Lubin
fight.
wasn't no jump. That boy was ready.
Okay, you felt like he was ready.
He was ready. He got caught. It happens. He could be all right. He's a good fighter.
Okay.
I actually think Erickson Lubin is a good fighter. He'll be fine. He got caught with a shot. People making it a big deal. We don't even know what would have happened in the fight. It happened so fast. You know what I mean? He got caught with a really weird shot.
Yeah.
It was both cold. You know what I mean? You get hit with a shot early when your body's cold. I mean, those type of things happen when, you know what I mean, you get hit with a shot. Your body's shocked. I mean, he got caught with a shot, but I'm not gonna pretend like Erickson Lubin wasn't coming up fighting good fighters. He was fighting good people with good records that been around the game. So he was prepared for that. He was young, but he was working. You know what I mean? He was prepared. I think he just got caught. Guys like, who else you name? Lomachenko got 400 amateur fights, but he's 26, 27. He's been in there with the best in the world.
Yeah, he's in there with Gary Russell
Everybody's
Jr.
situation is different.
Okay.
Everybody's situation is different. How early and how soon is depending on the fighter. Some guys bloom faster than others. Some guys reach their peak earlier than others. And every fighter is different. You cannot gauge that. You can't. Some people prime it really early, and then the end of their 20s they ain't good no more. Some people they kind of regular, and then the end of their 20s they get real good, or even maybe their 30s they get really good. It happens, you know. You can't get caught up in that.
Okay.
Everybody's different. For me, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how much greater I can be. You know, I know that right now I feel like I can win the fights that they put me in there with, and I'm gonna keep trying to get better and better and better.
Okay.
Where's my greatness? We'll find out when I get in the ring with those guys.
Okay.
We'll find out how great I am, and I will train my ass off and to make sure that I'm giving a good effort for myself and being the greatest that I can be. And if the greatest I could be is #1 in the world, I will be #1 in the world because I'm gonna push myself to get there. You know, and that's definitely the goal. I'm the type of person where you're gonna love to watch me fight. I'm gonna wear my heart on my sleeve.
Okay.
When I fight, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm my type of guy that's gonna quit. I'm my type of guy who is gonna go in there and give a lazy performance. I'm the type of person that's gonna fight. I'm gonna go for the win every single time. I don't care if I'm outmatched or maybe my leg is hurt or my arm. I don't even give excuses. I don't even give excuses. My arm was hurt in the Hernandez fight. This is the first time me even talking about it. My arm was literally hurt in the Hernandez fight before I got in the ring. And it was my left hand, and I threw a lot of hooks. I threw the hooks the whole fight. When I got out of the ring, I couldn't feel my arm. And I had to take a whole month off of punching anything, a whole month and a half off. So, but I'm not into excuses. Never been into excuses. If it hurt, you got in the ring, you got hurt, you got in the ring.
Absolutely.
So, hey, you got, like I said, I'm the type of person that no matter what's going on in the ring, I'm going for the win every time, every single time.
Okay, now you mentioned no excuses. So then, how do you feel when somebody like, you know, Guillermo Rigondeaux stops because he says his hand?
I don't like it.
Okay.
Guys finish fights worse. Rigondeaux's a great fighter, but I don't agree with that decision.
Does it affect his legacy?
I don't got nothing to do with his legacy. I
Okay.
can't think about nobody else's legacy on mine. I am not the media. I'm not a spectator of the sport. I'm not a fan of the sport. I'm not a casual fan of the sport. I'm not a hardcore fan of the sport. I am in the sport. I am doing it. I cannot get caught up with everybody's legacy. Everybody gonna be what they gonna be, and maybe when I get old, I can look back and look at all this stuff and see where we was at and where was I at. But I ain't doing that now. If I get caught up in everybody else's stuff, I'm not gonna be no fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan of myself, and I'm working.
Are you the best junior middleweight in the
Of
world?
course.
Okay.
Of course.
Earlier, I was asking you, fighters stepping up really fast. Okay, now you mentioned earlier that whoever they put in front of you, you go in there and you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You get a call from Jamel Charlo after this fight. You win in outstanding fashion. Do you take that fight, and how does that fight play out with Jamel Charlo?
Steve calls me and says, "Hey, Kai, they called and he wants to fight. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna answer the phone. I'm gonna tell him, let's go, let's work. What do we have to do?" I'm not into names. I'm not into performances and I'm not into that. I get a phone call and he tells me this is what we're doing. They don't call me. First of all, I'm not gonna get a call. I won't get no calls. Nobody rings my phone. Nobody calls my phone. I'm gonna call. My coach is gonna come to me and he's gonna tell me, "Hey, this is the fight," and I'm gonna tell him, "All right, what do we have to do? Let's get camp ready. When do we start?" I'm not into that. I'm not into the I'm not gonna say, "Well, are you sure?" I'm a fighter. What do you mean? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't get into all that. And if you ask me if I want to fight him, hell yeah, I'll fight anybody. There ain't nobody that I want to fight.
Okay.
You make the weight, and we fight. If you got a belt, I want your belt. Let's just work. I'm just trying to get there. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting no timetable on anything. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? But that's kind of early to be talking about that, though.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just being realistic. I got 14 fights. Being realistic, not because I'm not saying I'm not ready. Being more realistic because it just doesn't make sense for me to fight somebody like that right now because it just don't make money.
Okay.
On their side. But hey, if you want a voluntary defense and you say, "Hey, let's go look down the rankings and let's find you." I mean, people would say he's cherry picking or something at the time. But I get in the ring and I put that work in and I prove myself in a few fights. About 4 fights, then my name is gonna be realistically brought up, and I can really do that. I can really talking about it. But I don't want to premature talk about it. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to talk about it. I'm not gonna get those fights now. Maybe in a few fights, maybe 17-1, maybe 16-1, even 16-1.
Not too far off.
Not too far off. I'm saying I'm not running.
Okay.
I'm here. What I'm letting you know is when it realistically happens and I get the phone call, I will not be turning no fights down. No, I won't be turning no fights down.
Okay. Well, at 13-1, behind the scenes, you've had some great work. I heard you went down in camp with Triple G. Tell me, what was that work like? What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. It was one of those experiences that help you develop. He's a bigger guy than me.
Okay.
He's a big puncher. He's been around the game. He's older. He has a lot of knowledge that I took from him. Getting in the ring with somebody that's been around like that, getting a lot of knowledge. And then right after that camp, I went to Laura's camp, and I gained a lot of knowledge on the other side. They're opposite fighters, so those fights, those sparring sessions helped me. Along with the other sparring sessions, you always learn from people that you spar with, and I mean that's the type of work you gotta get if you want to be world champion and you want to make an impact in the sport.
Okay, now those are two way different styles, man.
Yeah.
Triple G and Ayers Landy Laura. How did you make the adjustments? Were you able to make the adjustments immediately, or did it take some time? Like,
I've been boxing all my life. I made adjustments immediately.
Okay.
We had sparring partners for both of them camps.
Okay.
Yeah, I made adjustments immediately.
Okay.
When we get in there, spar G, we see what he do and what I do. I take from what he do and I give what I got, depending on what he does in the ring at that certain amount of time.
Okay.
Depending on how fast he is, I gauge his speed, I gauge his power, I gauge how close I can be to him, I gauge all that maybe in the first round. With Laura, the same exact thing. I gauge how fast he is, how quick he is. Can I box him? How close can I get to him? How my punches affect him, and we work. That's how you can kind of gauge, like, you know, where you at and with the fighter, and you kind of pick your spots depending on the style. Your style you matched up with, and I kind of just look at that and I'm like, okay, I see what I can do here. Kind of fall in the pocket of what I know how to do. I can kind of do it all. I can kind of, people have seen a few kind of styles. I mean, you're never going to kind of see the same style. I mix it up, and I could do a few things in the ring. And you'd be like, one fight you see me, you'd be like, is it the same guy? So why you look like Roy Jones in this fight? But then you like Sean Porter in another fight.
Okay.
And I mean, it happens, you know. And I have the ability to change up style like that.
Okay.
Because I feel like a chameleon when I'm in the ring sometimes, because I can kind of adjust and I'm really good at. I can watch film and do exactly what's on the film. You know what I mean? I'm really good at that. I can kind of like visualize myself, and I can kind of put myself in that state of mind and kind of make that kind of thing happen. I think one of my greatest attributes to my game.
Okay, now do you, of course in the amateurs, you know, you see a lot of styles, and you really don't have time to prepare for those styles. You show up and you fight who's on the card.
And that's how you learn. Because real quick adjustment. After a few punches, you're like, okay, I know where I'm at.
Okay.
I know where I'm at. You got to win a fight. It's a really, really fast-paced fight, and you learn how to win fights real fast. You learn how to, I lost the first round. I got to get these 2 rounds. What I doing wrong? Oh, let's do this. Let's try this. That ain't working. Got to go to the next thing. You go down the checklist really, really, really fast, and you figure out, you know, what's going to work for this fight. And when you got as many fights as I had in the amateurs, like you start to learn that really, really quick, and you can pick up on a guy's style. You can pick up on how he walks to you, or how high his hands are, or just how he swings and how strong he is, and you kind of gauge that kind of shit.
Okay. Now, who would you say that who would you say you learned the most from? You know, because you've been in the ring.
I wouldn't say nobody.
Okay.
Everybody gives me a little something different.
Okay.
I want to say it's different places they can give me better. Different places in my career that it was good to spar with that person for that moment. You know. Working with somebody all the time is not good. So mixing it up with different fighters, being well-rounded is kind of where it's at. No, I don't think I learned more than one great fighter than the other. I mean, they're great fighters for a reason. So they put the work in.
How many rounds did you put in with Triple G?
I don't know. We was sparring every other day, I think for 4 weeks. So we was doing 4-minute rounds. We was working.
Okay.
I ain't put no body shield on either. I ain't.
So you?
I don't like that. The first thing I told Abel when I got there, I'm like, Abel, I'm gonna put on no body shield, man. Okay. I'm gonna have you on Showtime with no body shield, or HBO with no Showtime.
What did he say?
Nah, he just started laughing. I'm telling him, I'm wearing no body shield, man.
Okay, and I heard you more than held your own. You know, so, you know, I mean... You
don't get into no rumors. What's that going to do?
Yeah.
They ain't paying no bills.
Okay, but obviously, you know, getting work like that from him and Erislandy Laura and even Julian J. Rock Williams, these are high-caliber fighters. You know, obviously that adds a lot of...
confidence.
A lot of confidence. And,
yeah, you know, when you know that you can get in there with the top guys in the sport, you kind of gauge where you at. You know that you can kind of get in there with anybody if you make the right adjustments. I'm not saying that. I mean, one style might just be way crazy and different and make it difficult for you, but you kind of know that you belong. You know what I mean? It's kind of a place like where you like, I belong here. You go in the ring with somebody that great, and then you get washed out. You be thinking like, dang, am I really gonna be up there? Like, can I really get there? But when you get in there with a guy of that stature, like Triple G, or like, you know, my stablemate J Rock, or getting there with Laura, or you sparring with guys like Demetrius Andre that I've been in camp with. I've been sparring with Broner. But yeah, guys like that, you kind of be like, okay, I belong. You holding your own. All these guys, you're putting in good work. One day you get them, one day they get you. Some days, you know, I mean, you learning things, you picking up on things, you setting them up for punches. Like, okay, I belong.
Okay. Now, are you where you thought you would be 2 years ago, and where do you see yourself 2 years from now?
I think I was a little bit more not optimistic. I think I was a little bit more hasty coming up, but I think because I was younger.
Okay.
I'm pro when I'm 19. I'm now 23. I think when younger, I just wanted to be like, well, let's just fight. Let's hurry up and get the title.
Okay.
Now it's kind of like marathon for me. I'm not really racing. It's kind of just learning and learning and learning. And when I get there, I want to stay there. So it's kind of just want to be able to be in a good position where I'm sharp enough and strong enough to when I get there, that you know what I mean, I ain't gonna regret that I'm there. You know what I mean? A lot of people get up there and they be like, they get stuck in a place and they never get better. I want to constantly get better.
Okay. How has the adjustment been, you know, as far as, you know, going from being an amateur to now fighting on TV? I mean, how are you making the adjustments as far as with the fame and, you know, people now know who you are? You said that people know who you are, where you're from. How are you adjusting to that? Is it distracting, or are you like, you know something, nah, I can handle it, just make one, it's just a smooth transition?
I mean, you can definitely feel the heat from the cameras.
Okay.
Feel like heat, that's what the cameras feel like, heat, but that's pressure. But I always like to think that pressure brings the best out of me. That kind of stuff fuels me. I like attention, you know, like people looking, more people watching. I feel like the more I'm displaying my skills, you know.
Okay.
But it's a transition. It's different. Got more people yelling. More, the fight means more. You know what I mean? Everything means more. It's definitely, you have to have ice cold water in your veins. You know, you got to kind of zone everybody out and kind of just be able to execute under that pressure. And I'm getting better at it.
Is one of your goals to unify the division?
I'm sure. I want to be best.
Just to be the best.
So if that's what they tell me I got to do to be the best. They play, hey, you ain't unify the titles, and depending on where I'm at, and maybe.
What about you?
What's up?
What would make you feel like that you're the best?
Oh.
What is your standard?
See, I don't get it. I can't get into that because it's like, I know when I'm the best. When I beat certain people and I'm looking around who in my weight class and who up and who down, I'll be like, yeah, I'm the best. And not just be able to just declare it, you know. I don't need nobody to tell me. I never need nobody to tell me nothing. I just look around, I'm looking from the top of the rankings to the bottom of the rankings, I'm like, yeah, I'm the best. And that's how I know I'm the best. And I might have 2-3 titles, and maybe I won't win the third one. Maybe I'll move up, move down. You know how that goes.
Okay.
Depending on the money fights, then it becomes a business. But you're still trying to pick the best fights for the fans, but you do still got to feed your family. So I understand both aspects of that. But you know, like I said, I won't be turning down any fight. So I mean, I'm gonna try to be exciting.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
The game, 'cause see the boxing voice.